Hello, my little wonder bugs. Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you that are new, my name is Maria Sul. I'm a tarot card reader and a witch. And today we're doing the pick a card for if your ex-boyfriend still has feelings for you, and what are they? But before we begin, I'd like to let you know that I do readings in person and online. If you just go to the information section, you'll find a link. Alright guys, so at this point in the video, the audio just stopped working. I don't know why, but I was letting you guys know that if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, the links for them are in the description area if you want to purchase them. And then I was just letting you know what crystals were in each pile. The first pile was clear crystal quartz, which is good for anything. Amethyst on the second pile, which is good for psychic abilities. And then we were going into the third pile, which is rose quartz, and that's good for love and romance. And at this point, I was just letting the camera roll for you guys to pick out. So pause now and choose which pile you want to look at. All right, so if you are here, that means that you have picked pile 1. So pile 1 has clear quartz crystal, which is good for charging and basically manifesting whatever you want. It's really good for all purposes. So let's put that on the side here. So let's see the first card that you get. So how does your partner or your ex-partner, how do they still feel about you? Do they have any feelings for you? And first card you have horse, and horse is about teamwork and coming together and working together as a team. So I do feel like maybe your partner is still thinking about you and thinking about getting back together and working things out between the two of you. So if that's what you were hoping for, that's what I'm seeing here as a possibility. Now your next card is mountain, which is strength. So I feel that they have like a very strong feelings for you. They're still very much in love with you, or well, I would say love only because of the horse card. So it's basically them wanting to get back together, wanting to work things out. And those feelings or those desires are very strong with them. Your next card is nothing is yet set in stone. So if you were worried that, things weren't going to work out or things were over between the two of you, that may not be the case. It may be that they're still very much in love with you and still want to work things out. So I wouldn't say that it's over between you and that person. I feel like there are still possibilities here for romance. And then your two tarot cards, we've got the Queen of Cups. So they still find you very loving, very caring. They have very strong unconditional love here from what I'm seeing. Or at least that's how they're seeing you. And then your other card is the 10 of Pentacles. So they feel like if they were to get back together with you, that they would have a very strong, stable bond. So I'm feeling like they're really hoping here. They're really wanting to get back together. They may even have like plans to do so from what I'm seeing here. But I'm not seeing actions. I'm seeing just like this is how they feel about you, but I'm not seeing necessarily them doing something about it. So that might be something that you want to do to move forward. And your last card is the Eternal Witch. Now the Eternal Witch is basically saying that your desires are going to be coming true. So if you're wishing that this person still loved you and wanted to come back together with you, that is definitely happening. Or at least that's definitely what the Eternal Witch is saying to you, that there's definitely a possibility for this. And I also feel like they feel a sort of like an everlasting love for you. So even if even if it's like you guys sort of patch things up in a sense of like, realizing maybe that you weren't right for each other at the time or something in that nature, I feel like this is sort of like an eternal love, like a very beautiful love that they have for you. It's not about, getting revenge or sexual stuff. I feel like they feel like this sort of soulmate connection with you, dare I say. And they definitely want for you to come back to them or for you to be with them. At least that is the energy that I'm feeling here with everything that's going on. And they want that stability. They want that family life, to grow old and have a family and whatnot. That's definitely what they're looking for with the 10 of Pentacles from what I'm seeing, or like a stability in a family situation. Yeah, that is definitely what I'm getting here for you, pile 1. I hope that answers any questions that you're having. If you do have any questions that I did not answer or that you're wondering about, please leave them down in the comment section and I'll answer them as soon as possible. All right, so if you're here, that means that you've picked pile 2. So let's see what you've picked. So we have Amethyst, and Amethyst is all about psychic abilities and being intuitive with your abilities. So that is a good thing to start off with. So let's see if what your ex is thinking about you or how they feel about you. So we've got Birch, and Birch is about feminine abilities, sexuality. So I do feel that they find you attractive still. They find you sexually attractive, and not just like sex, like sexually, like sensually. They find your body and your being very attractive and very alluring. But I'm also I get the impression just from that card alone that they feel that they didn't finish what they started with you, or they feel like there's still some unfinished business, because more about starting things in the baby stages, sort of like something flourishing. And if we're talking about an ex, I mean, that usually means that it really didn't get a chance to progress or fully manifest the relationship. At least that's what I'm seeing. Your next card is Shaman, Ancestor Healing Wisdom. So with Shaman, see, for me, shamans are healers, right? So maybe the thing is that that's what you were doing, or that's what they wanted you to do, and that's what they feel they need. They need to get healed, either by you being in their lives. Maybe there's some closure there that they just need from you right now that they didn't get. And that's why they're still sort of like, maybe I should talk to her or him. Maybe I should contact that person, my ex, and whatnot. And then your next card is, let me move these out of the way a little bit. And the next card that you have is Don't Let Pride Get in the Way, or in your way. So this is a Leo card. It's full moon in Leo. So it could be that your ex is a Leo or just is very prideful. And that's why they haven't been able to heal, because they're so prideful. And they need to realize that they have to face those facts and that you're not together and whatnot, and just sort of heal. So they might still feel attached to you, but haven't let go of you. And then your next 2 cards is the Ace of Wands. So they still feel passion for you. They still feel like attraction to you, like we said with Birch there. They still feel attraction. And then the Page of Rods, of Wands. So yeah, this could be a fire sign or a Leo that you are dealing with, or they have Leo in their chart, your ex, and they just want to come in and just, like they do want to contact you. They do want to see you. But I get the impression that it might be one-sided. Like, I don't feel that if they were to come back, that it would be because they're being selfless. It's more because they're being a little bit selfish, because they want to heal themselves. They want to fix the situation of how they feel and how they were treated in the relationship, even if it was good or bad. Like, if you were treating them bad or good, it doesn't really matter. Like, they see it in one way. And I don't feel like if it's a negative feeling, it's more along the lines of they just want to remove certain obstacles of why you're not together or why they feel the way that they do and want to fix it or fix, but like it's more their feelings towards you. If that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. And I do feel like they want you back or they want to have some sort of closure, but it's for their own emotions and their own, not pride, for their own reasons. But I feel with this card that they're trying not to do that. They're trying to be wisdom. They're trying to be good, and they're trying to do this for the good reasons. Because they still do find you attractive. They still find you gorgeous and beautiful and whatnot. But I get the impression that maybe their intentions aren't as noble as maybe you would like them to be, emotionally wise. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's kind of tainted. But I think that's part of the process of when you go through a breakup, you know? Not everybody's going to be nice to each other or feel great about the other person just yet. You know what I mean? So your last card is the North Witch. And the North Witch is about not being able to grasp what you want because it's frozen or it's sort of stuck. And that's the thing. It's like they're wanting to move forward with you or wanting to contact you and wanting to talk to you and wanting to put things to rest. But I think their pride is getting in their way and not letting them move forward. Because if they were to just sort of like let those barriers down, they will be able to do so. Or at least see the situation more about like, let me work on their feelings, not my feelings. So that way they can heal not just themselves, but you. And I do feel like they find you attractive. They want to move forward or they want to contact you. But, you know, it's kind of hard for them because they need to heal just as much and they have to think of not just themselves, but you as well, your feelings. And I don't feel that too much with this particular set of cards. So that is your reading, pile 2. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section. Other than that, let's move on. All right, if you find yourself in this section, that means that you've picked pile 2. And pile 2 is Rose Quartz, which is about love, peace, and prosperity when it comes to love and emotions. So let's see your first card, which is about how your ex feels about you. So we've got year, and year is about basically time to heal. And I feel like your ex has had the time that they need to heal from the breakup and what they were feeling. Not saying that they don't feel anything for you, but I feel like maybe they've either given you space as well, because maybe you are the one that also needed some space from the breakup, because I feel like they're being thoughtful about it. And for some of you, it might have been that it was a year that you guys were together, and it feels very much like they worked really hard to be in this relationship, and now it's over, or it was over. Your next card is Rain, which is purification. So that's why what I was saying about, you know, about giving yourself some time apart to really cultivate some healing. And with purification and rain, like purification right there, and year here, we've got that right there. We've got that whole like, okay, I've taken the time to heal myself to really like balance things out and balance how I feel about the breakup and how I feel about my ex. So I'm getting the impression that this person is sort of cleaning themselves up. I'm not saying that they don't love you or don't have feelings for you, but I feel like they've had time to really think things through and heal from the past of the breakup. Your next card is Emotions Are Running High. So that's a supermoon. So I'm getting the impression that as you are like removing, like your ex is removing sort of like the baggage of the breakup and all the bad things that they felt or were feeling, I feel like emotions are running high because they're starting to remembering how they felt about you and remembering if it was good or bad, if it was, you know, if it's meant to be, if it's not meant to be again. And I'm getting the impression that they are starting to emotionally move on, maybe from you romantically or from you in the sense of the pain, but not necessarily you. And then we've got for your tarot, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So either they feel that you are very stable right now and they feel like you're sort of in a very positive position physically, and what I mean by physically, I mean like monetary wise. So they might feel that you're kind of like that you don't need them because physically, in a practical sense, you don't need them in your life. And then we've got the World card. So the World card is basically endings. So they might be thinking, oh, she doesn't need me anymore. She doesn't, or he, because it could be a male too. And they might feel like, hey, you know, she doesn't need me. She doesn't want me anymore. We've moved on. There's no need for us to hold on, or there's no need for me to hold on to anything anymore of hers or his. And that might be why the emotions are running high, because even though there's closure, it's still emotional. It's still intense because maybe they don't want to let you go, but they feel like if it's time. Okay? And then your last card is the Heavenly Witch. The Heavenly Witch is basically about good tidings, good things coming into your life. But for theirs, it would mean, for me, it would be like they're feeling like they're at peace. Especially because you have the World card there. They feel at peace. They feel like this is the right thing to do, or this is the right way to feel about the situation. They feel like if it's time to finally move on and have some peace. And I also feel like it's almost as saying that there's going to be some sort of evenness, if that makes any sense. Like, they're going to feel like it's over and be okay with it, and so will you. Like, there's going to be like this sort of sense of like they've moved on, so you're moving on, or you're moving on and they're seeing that, so they're just like, well, maybe I should do the same and sort of like let it go. Hence why I'm seeing the high emotions running and whatnot, because you know, they might not want this to happen. It might be emotional for them, but it might be what they need emotionally. So there could be some closure, some emotional closure here from what they're feeling. And I'm not feeling like they don't care about you or they don't love you. I feel they do. It's more of a sense of this is the right thing to do. This is the right thing to feel. This is the right path that I should be going in right now. Because I feel like they don't think that you're holding on as well. They think that you've let it go as well. So they're kind of going like, well, what's the point? So they're sort of like, they've taken that time to really heal and like let go. So that is your reading. I hope that you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed your reading. And if you have any questions, again, leave them down in the comment section. And if you're interested in these particular cards, I will be doing a review on these soon. If I haven't already done it, I promise it'll be soon. Other than that, much love and blessings.